Houston, this is What's Next. I'm Jimmy Sue Balco, and welcome to What's Next, Houston, Houston's newest and premier lifestyle TV show. We are dedicated to informing you on the latest trends, products, innovations, and services our great town has to offer. This week, we take a close look at what could be a lizard invasion, and gun safety is a vital part of gun ownership, so we check into specially designed concealed carry license classes for women only. Sometime, somewhere, somehow, someday, you're going to need a lawyer. And we have one for you for life. We talked with Dr. Randy about heartworms and your pets. Plus, we check in with ABC Home and Commercial Services and how they are handling the COVID virus. What are they doing to help prevent the spread of the disease while at the same time serving their clients and making sure their needs are met? Plus, we have some great music for you. So, let's get started because this is What's Next, Houston. On this week's episode, we would like to open the show with some inspiration during this time of isolation. Cleon Solomon III, better known as Three Bubble, is the founder of the Live from the Pentagon Collective and the owner of LFTP Studios right here in Houston. Three Bubble has recently began production on the new EP, River Oaks. River Oaks is a concept EP intended to connect emotionally and be a positive inspiration for their fans. Here is a taste from the EP, Lonely.
Let's say a prayer for the lonely. I pray that your light shine like the moon. Stay awake for your moment, 'cause everything you fight for is coming through. That's me now. That's me out. All the fear you got inside, keep your head up to the sky. That's me out. That's me now. All the fear you got inside, keep your head up to the sky. Say a prayer for the lonely. I pray that your light shine like the moon. Stay awake for your moment, 'cause everything you fight for is coming through. That's me now. That's me out. All the fear you got inside, keep your head up to the sky. That's me now. That's me out. All the fear you got inside, keep your head up to the sky. Say a prayer for the lonely.
Wow, what a fitting song, and how powerful. To learn more about Live from the Pentagon Collective, Three Bubble, and LFTP Studios, follow at the Pentagon Houston on Instagram. ABC Home and Commercial Services have been providing Houston with its own special brand of service, so it only makes sense during the corona they would figure out how to make it better and safer. We talked with Raleigh Jenkins to learn more.
So COVID has been a game changer on how we're operating our business. Before you come into our building, we've got a check-in station. You got to look into the monitor. It'll identify who you are, and then it'll check your temperature, and then it'll tell us, hey, Raleigh's in the building, he's got a 97.5 temperature, and he's okay to come in the building. But if your temperatures goes up, it's going to alert certain management people, and they're going to know right away, alert, we got somebody in the building that has a higher temperature than we're willing to tolerate. So we're just laser focused on just health first. We've got over 200 people that work here, and we're inside of homes and office buildings, and we want to be as safe as we can, not just for the employee and their family, but for all of our customers. You know, we're going into a lot of people's homes, and I know 6 feet distance from a person is what is recommended. We're pushing for 8 to 10 feet. So we're wearing our masks. I will tell you, as long as you're doing business with ABC, you're going to find out that we are doing everything we can in our power to make sure that we are as cautious and safe as we possibly can. We also do disinfecting. So if you have an issue with a customer or a person or a friend that's been in your house with COVID, we can come in and do a disinfectant treatment. It'll kill all viruses that are on any service. It's going to be good. We're doing a great job with what we've got going on, and we're going to make this and be able to rejoice and be happy about where we've made it to. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Raleigh. Now I know why Houston has trusted ABC for well over 20 years. We'll check back with Raleigh a little later in the show. After this short commercial break, we will be heading out to Shiloh and discuss gun safety and their special classes for ladies only. Don't touch that remote. We'll be right back.
You and your family deserve to be comfortable year-round, and at CPR Air Conditioning, they're dedicated to making that happen. You can rest assured that CPR will always give you an honest assessment of your system, fix it right, and at a fair price. They won't sell you any unnecessary items. They'll get your home feeling just right. That's why they have been Better Business Bureau Plus rated for over 20 years. At CPR, they are cooling people right.
Hi ladies, we're so excited to announce our Back to Business Bingo special. Cherry has partnered with EFC Med Spa and Martinis and Manicure to give you an incredible savings. First, come into Cherry Blow Dry Bar, and when you spend over $50, you get $10 off and enter our Back to Business Bingo special. Next, stop into EFC Med Spa and get a discount on the HydraFacial, for sure to rejuvenate your skin and give you the youthful glow you're looking for. Then check out Martinis and Manicures and treat yourself to a Lavender Love pedicure. Whenever you spend $60 or more, you'll receive $10 off. Come on ladies, let's have some fun. After visiting all 3 locations and completing the Back to Business Bingo special, you'll receive a gift bag valued at over $150. Hope to see you soon and have a cherry good day.
Divorces don't have to get ugly and be expensive. Hi, I'm Jimmy Sue. If your divorce is non-contested and you have no children under the age of 18, Affordable Divorce Texas can get you a fast, affordable divorce for as little as $3.99. All divorces are done under the supervision and approval of family law attorney Equator L. Turner. Both parties can win in a divorce, and it doesn't have to cost you a fortune. Visit us today at affordabledivor.texas.com.
With over 20 years of HVAC expertise, CPR Air will fix any problem right. They won't sell you any unnecessary items. They'll get your home feeling just right. Call CPR AC today and notice the difference.
Welcome back to What's Next, Houston. Recently, we caught up with Jeff at Shiloh Guns and Range and talked about gun safety, self-defense, and some special classes he's offering for the ladies.
In today's society, with our current events going on, everything that's going on around us, criminals being out on the street and criminals being empowered and us being locked in our homes, it's imperative that people take the opportunity to get their license to carry. The couple in St. Louis, they're an older couple that were physically outmatched, and definitely when it came to the numbers, definitely outmatched, 500 to 2. And the Second Amendment worked just like it was supposed to. You know, they say up to 2.5 million times a year guns are used without a single shot ever being fired. And that was a great example of two people defending their home and their property without ever firing a shot. Women should absolutely get their license to carry. They should come out and train. You know, women are naturally good shooters, and it surprises a lot of them how good they are at shooting once they get started and they get a little bit of training. And with the license to carry, you know, it's a great class. It's an informative class, and it's really empowering for them. You know, once they feel confident with that firearm and they carry that firearm, you know, it's the great equalizer. It doesn't matter size, gender, you know, if they're carrying that firearm and they're confident with that firearm and they know that they can use it, you know, then they have all the empowerment and the confidence that they need to go about their daily lives. We have women that come in all the time that are almost in tears because their husband is making them do this. It's definitely outside of their comfort zone. And those are our favorite customers because they're the ones that within minutes, you know, learn how empowering it is, and they become the best students that we have. And generally those women are the ones that tend to come out and buy their own firearm and range bag and come back and get their monthly membership and come see us, you know, several times a week. We have a ladies only license to carry class that we host that's taught by a law enforcement firearms instructor who happens to be my wife, so I might be a little biased about how awesome she is, but she really is awesome. And her classes have just absolutely filled up, and they're several weeks out, you know, so, and with having to make our class sizes smaller due to social distancing, you know, her classes are filling up a month in advance, and it's really great to see, you know, classrooms full of women that are, you know, taking advantage of this and actually exercising their constitutional rights. You don't have to have any experience because the class starts with an hour of how to operate the gun. It's the safety rules behind the gun, how we operate the gun, how the gun works, and then that's followed by the actual shooting test and then the 4 hours that the state requires for them to learn their laws and liabilities and test. With the regular license to carry class, you're expected to be able to proficiently load a magazine and shoot your gun before the class actually starts. So you need to have some kind of training beforehand. It's not a class for somebody that's never shot before. So come in, get a little bit of training. It doesn't take much. You know, this is the bare minimum that the state requires to carry a gun. And just about anybody can do it with about 30 minutes of instruction. And you know, when you leave your house, carry your gun. It's a lifestyle change. And it's something that we should all do as citizens of the United States, you know, to exercise our constitutional right and carry that gun, take personal responsibility for yourself and your family. You can sign up for license to carry classes at shilohshooting.com. It's SHILOH shooting.com.
Thanks, Jeff. Remember, ladies, contact Shiloh and sign up today. To learn more about Shiloh Guns and Range, check them out at shilohshooting.com. They are located on the north side of town on Shiloh Church Road, just south of FM 1960, not too far from Willowbrook Mall. Is your business unique or special? Then you need to let the Houston area know about it. Partner up with What's Next Houston. Learn more about Houston's cutting-edge lifestyle show at whatsnexthouston.com. Sometime, somewhere, somehow, someday, you're going to need a lawyer, and Cyril at Westcott Law Group wants to be your lawyer for life.
Sometime, somewhere, somehow, you will need us. Westcott Law Group, let us fight for you. I practice personal injury, car accident, immigration, family law, criminal defense. When people get involved in car accident, we have a very high recovery rate. We get every penny that they deserve, including loss of income. And one of the reasons why I'm doing so well in that area is I have been blessed to be associated with the best. I'm a member of Texas Trial Lawyers Association, majority of whom practice personal injury. I'm blessed with the best staff in the whole world. These are individuals that really care for people. We took that decision about a year ago to change from case managers to relationship managers because it's all about relationship. Once you choose us as Westcott Law, once I'm your lawyer, I want to be your lawyer for life. So I'm blessed with my staff. That every one of them, they care. When we're working on a case, they really take time to listen to the client and communicate with the client. One big thing for us here at Westcott Law, I, as the attorney, as the principal attorney here, I personally meet with my client. I meet with them, I listen to them, I take notes. That kind of personal touch is very, very important for me. Everybody say no mask, no entry. Here at Westcott Law, we say no mask, no problem, because we will mask you for free and fight for you.
Westcott Law Group, let us fight for you.
If you need a lawyer for life, call Westcott Law Group at 832-831-1412 or look them up on the internet at westcottlawgroup.com. When we come back, heartworms are a big problem here in Houston, but never fear, Dr. Randy is here and he's going to help us out next.
Get out of the fucking car!
You're gonna be arrested, right?
Sometimes, somewhere, somehow, someday, you'll need us. Westcott Law Group, let us fight for you.
Westcott Law Group is at 9525 Business Street, Suite 270, right in the Chase Bank Building, Houston, Texas 77036, 832-831-1412, or visit my case at westcottlawgroup.com.
You and your family deserve to be comfortable year-round, and at CPR Air Conditioning, they're dedicated to making that happen. You can rest assured that CPR will always give you an honest assessment of your system, fix it right, and at a fair price. CPR will only repair what needs repairing. That's why they have been Better Business Bureau Plus rated for over 20 years. At CPR, they are cooling people right.
It's time to reach down, hug your dog, because it's Love Your Pets with Houston's favorite vet, Dr. Randy. This week, we learn how to care for your fur babies and protect them from heartworms.
Love Your Pets with Dr. Randy is brought to you by the Lakeside Animal Clinic.
Heartworms in Houston is a major problem. Hi, this is Dr. Randy, and today we're going to discuss one of the biggest issues in Houston, anywhere along the Gulf Coast for that matter, and that's heartworms. Heartworms is just like it sounds, it's worms that live in the heart. Obviously you can imagine that that's not a good thing. Blocks blood flow to the heart, it makes the heart have to work harder. Worms actually get into the blood vessels that go to the lungs and cause a lot of major problems. It is treatable, but the treatment itself can be pretty serious and pretty risky. So the biggest thing that we recommend in Houston and the Gulf Coast area, because we have heartworms year-round, is heartworm prevention. How is heartworms spread? Mosquitoes. We all know that here in Houston we've got lots of mosquitoes. So it's hard to keep your dog or cat inside 24 hours a day, and mosquitoes obviously can get inside too. So yes, I said cats too. Cats get heartworms just like dogs do. The problem in cats is it is a untreatable illness, and the most common symptom is sudden death. So we obviously want to prevent heartworms in dogs and cats as much as we can. Heartworm prevention is really easy. There's lots of different types of heartworm prevention. Some combine flea control, some combine intestinal worm control, but they're all for the most part given once a month in a little chewy treat, and usually your dog or cat will eat those pretty readily. In cats, we also have a topical heartworm prevention called Revolution that we recommend. There's also some other topical products that you can use in dogs and cats, and that just means you put it on the back of the shoulder blade instead of orally.
There's even an injection that we can give every 6 months. You don't have to give anything at home. So there's lots of options. There's no reason why your pet shouldn't be on heartworm prevention year-round. I'm Dr. Randy, Lakeside Animal Clinic.
Love Your Pets with Dr. Randy has been brought to you by the Lakeside Animal Clinic. Learn more at lakesidevets.com.
Thanks, Dr. Randy. In order to protect our fur babies, we must take heartworms seriously. Make sure you protect your pet. Check out Lakeside Animal Clinic at lakesidevets.com or call them for an appointment at 281-493-9995. Have you noticed that every time you go outside in Houston, it seems like we're being invaded by lizards? I know in one of my beds in front of my house, it's like the stuck Jeep scene in Jurassic Park. The little guys are just everywhere. What's going on? Is this something we should be concerned about? Well, I can only think of one person in Houston who has all the answers when it comes to pests. Welcome back, Raleigh.
Thank you, Jimmy Sue. You're right. Lizards can either be fun to watch in small populations around the backyard, but once we start seeing those populations explode, it all of a sudden becomes a tolerance level. All of a sudden you don't want to see them, and you definitely don't want to see them sneaking into the door and coming into the house. So yeah, we got to figure out how do we keep those populations at a good level. So one, small populations of lizards is great because they do feed on other insects, and so they're kind of controlling. They're working with ABC in that standpoint, that they're bringing those populations of other insects down to a tolerable level. But once they start getting too big in population, things you can do. So number one, what you really could do is good general pest control procedures or treatments around the backyard. So you're treating around the shrubs, the ivy beds, in the grass itself. The idea is to control those food sources that they're looking for. So if you control the food sources and you do a good job dropping populations by controlling those other insects, then they won't have the opportunity to get to certain populations level because the food source just can't justify it. And then once they start coming inside the house, I know that's a problem, and I get that completely. You should hear my wife. I mean, if a lizard's in the house, she's going to go crazy about it. So what you could do is trap. I really do like using a glue board. They get into it, and you can pick it up and throw it away once they get into it. So some trapping around the inside of the house, and maybe little areas in the outside until you get the populations down to where it's tolerable again, is a good way to get it. There's not a good repellent that's out there. There's a product called Snake Away, and it works good with snakes, but it only keeps them from wanting to harbor in, let's say, ivy beds. And so once you treat that area with Snake Away, a lizard would go into there. They don't like it because the smell is just beyond their tolerance, and they'll go somewhere else and maybe not be as close to the areas that, your patio or porches that you might be sitting. So tough animal to control, lizards are. Some of it we just got to say, hey, that's our environment that we live in. But I agree with you. When populations get too high, we want to get better control, at least reduce those populations as much as possible. So good pest control, some trapping when population goes a little bit too far, and really a good focus on the inside if you want to do any trapping there.
Thanks again, Raleigh. If you ever need pest control, give Raleigh a call. He'll take great care of you. When we come back, we're going to check out one of Jimmy Sue and Her Beauty's music videos.
You and your family deserve to be comfortable year-round, and at CPR Air Conditioning, they're dedicated to making that happen. You can rest assured that CPR will always give you an honest assessment of your system, fix it right, and at a fair price. CPR will only repair what needs repairing. That's why they have been Better Business Bureau Plus rated for over 20 years. At CPR, they are cooling people right.
For over 13 years, the King of Solar Screens has been an industry leader, and we proudly use 100% American-made products. Home of the $55 any size, any color solar screen.
Well, what about arches?
$55.
What about circles?
$55.
What about rectangles?
$55.
Any size, any color, installed free. The King of Solar Screens, on time, every time.
Now can you dig that, sucker?
When your air just isn't feeling right, CPR can get your HVAC back on track. Whether it's temperature or stale air issues, they'll be there fast and fix the problem right. Call CPR AC today and start feeling the difference.
Welcome back. A few years ago, Jimmy Sue and Her Beauties put a music video together by Rhonda Sundberg and her band Torrid Soul. Let's take a look.
Gotta get up, gotta get out. Gotta get up, gotta get on out. We gotta stand up and shout till the world wide world about. We're strong and tough, bet you can't get enough. But we're nice and sweet, knock you right off your feet. Smart and sexy, clever and cute. Hearts made of gold and not the way to walk to hold. Gotta get up, gotta get out. Gotta get up, gotta get on out. We gotta stand up and shout till the world wide world about. Oh, there's a buzz in town. Let me out, come around. Your sparks will fly right up the sky. If I knew what hit you until we are through, don't you worry, I'll be back with my get out. Gotta get up, gotta get on out. We gotta stand up and shout till the world wide world about. 'Cause we're strong and tough, bet you can't get enough. But we're nice and sweet, knock you right off your feet. Smart and sexy, clever and cute. Hearts made of gold and not the way to walk to hold. Gotta get up, gotta get out. Gotta get up, gotta get on out. Gotta get up, gotta get out. Gotta get up, gotta get on out. Oh yeah. Oh
Always.
To learn more about Jimmy Sue and Her Beauties, look us up on Facebook. Did you know that being a partner with What's Next Houston has a lot of benefits? Contact us to learn more about this exclusive marketing plan that will take your business to the next level. Thanks for watching What's Next Houston, Houston's newest premier lifestyle TV show. I'm Jimmy Sue Balco. Remember to always adopt and never shop. Plus, spay and neuter your pets. Always be on the lookout for What's Next Houston.